Hey everyone, it's Chelsea, Sabrina, and Jennifer here. We hope you guys are all doing well, especially with online classes. We'd like to welcome you to our presentation about our research, insights, and findings for Nike. Let's get started. History and background information of the Nike running shoe Pegasus 37. These shoes were first launched in 1987 and named after the Greek winged horse Pegasus. Designed to embody the movement of a Pegasus, these shoes ensure the quickness of movement and this feeling of flying through the air while you're using them. Two interesting facts about these running shoes is that they were the first Nike running shoe to feature an air wedge. The second interesting fact is that the Pegasus 7, an older generation of the shoe we're talking about, was worn by Steve Spence, who ran in the 1991 World Champs Marathon. He won bronze in this race. These shoes have a long history of being there for their athletes and is why it is now one of the leading running shoe brands within Nike.
Nike is known for their stylish athletic footwear and apparel. Here are some of the top best-selling Nike running shoes according to FleetFeet.com and the Nike website. Just to name a few, there's the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus, there's the React Infinity Run, Nike Epic React Flyknit 2, and the Zoom X Vaporfly Next. Moving on to the current target market, the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 37 is promoted to both male and female. The focus is more towards women. The target is for those living a lifestyle of fitness and sports, specifically track and marathons. They're willing to spend their money in the best reliable running equipment. They're loyal to brands. And finally, the targeted age group is women in their 20s to 30s. This is what you first see when you visit the Nike website. And under best-selling shoes, you'll find the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 37 along with other shoe styles. On FleetFeet.com, you can see that the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 37 is voted for best Nike running shoes for everyday training. Back onto the Nike website. We discovered that Nike is making sustainable plans for their materials. It says under Nike Air, we reuse more than 90% of the waste from materials used for our air soles to make new, innovative cushioning systems. Currently, Nike has been promoting Black Lives Matter on both Twitter and Instagram. They have other accounts, specifically they have this Nike Running Club account on Instagram, and you can see how they promote the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 37. Even though Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 37 is known as the best training and running shoe, it is not as popular as Nike's other running shoes or other brand running shoes. When you enter the Sports Track shoe area, you can definitely see where the Nike running shoes are. They have a big display with neon lights for the Air Zoom Pegasus 37. On the other hand, Sporting Life had their Nike running shoes displayed on basic shelves further on the right. Where the red magnifying glass is where the Air Zoom Pegasus Nike shoe is. There's no special tags, and they are displayed near Asics and Adidas running shoes as well. At the Nike store, the Pegasus 37s are displayed next to the other Nike running shoes. As you can see, the Pegasus 37 has different styles for both women and men.
So what is Nike's competitive landscape? Nike has many competitors, but the ones that we included today are Adidas, Under Armour, Puma, Skechers, and Reebok. Through this competitive landscape, you can see their rankings according to cost of pair and popularity based on searches. Nike being the highest in both popularity of searches and cost of pair, with its main competitor Adidas falling behind just by second place. It has been a known fact for a very long time now that Adidas is Nike's biggest rival, but Nike remains number one in people's hearts and interest. Our job as advertisers to keep them in this position and to look out for our competitors. This is Under Armour's page. Although they are a competitor for selling shoes at a lower price, it can be seen that perhaps the lack of promoting on their page could be the reason why they lack an audience. The reason why I say this is because it takes a while to even get across this picture promoting the shoes in some sort of way unless you get to the bottom of the page. Yet their slogan says, "Protect this house, I will." Although they are a competitor, they're not our biggest one, but they are somebody to look out for, especially since they slide into third place for popularity. Our biggest competitor shows up and it so happens to be Adidas. Their slogan is "Impossible is nothing," even though it's quite funny really because I've never heard of their slogan until now. And that goes along for most people. This only proves that Nike has done a better job of being memorable than Adidas has, which is why our mission is to continue doing that and to be even better. For our job will be to make Pegasus 37 to be quite known amongst many people.
Now I will take you through our SWOT analysis. Let's start with Nike's strengths. Nike has many strengths such as brand awareness, customer loyalty, an aim for sustainability, low manufacturing costs, and partnerships with influencers. These are all strengths because it shows that Nike has a very big presence in our society. Since Nike has become such a big part of our culture today, it makes it easier for them to get new customers and to hold on to their brand loyalty, meaning more sales for them. Now we'll dive into the weaknesses of our SWOT analysis. While doing research, we found that there were 3 major weaknesses within the Nike brand. The first one being the pending debt on the Nike brand. The second being the dependency on the US market for sales. And lastly, the poor labor and working conditions in foreign countries. These are all weaknesses because it puts a bad rep for the Nike company, as well as restrictions on where the most of their sales can be made, since the majority of their sales are in the United States and Canada. Now we'll look at the threats we highlighted in our SWOT analysis. During our research, we found that there was an increased competitive pressures in the marketing budget for the Nike brand, being as competition is starting to get better at advertising and market more than they used to. Another major threat is counterfeit products. These are products that are similar to the Nike brand but are different, and people can get them at a lower price but still feel like they're part of the Nike culture. This is an issue because it makes the products seem more cheap and accessible to people who would not necessarily be able to buy the original Nike running shoes, making Nike's actual products less valuable. Lastly, we'll look at the opportunities in our SWOT analysis. There are many opportunities for the Nike brand. Some of these opportunities include the emerging markets in foreign countries, such as Brazil. Another opportunity is the increased excitement of innovative products such as wearable technology that Nike can tap into to create more products, which then equals a higher profit. Another opportunity is to improve the labor and employment practices. This is an opportunity because it gives Nike a chance to create a better brand image and potential new customers who wouldn't shop there before because of the poor work conditions. The last opportunity that we will highlight today is in-store engagement. Nike can take advantage of interactive ways to leave more of a lasting impression to each customer that walks into the store.
So what are the insights that we have for Nike? Well, Nike's brand perception and messages are consistent. That's pretty clear. They love to move towards sustainability in their materials to provide the best quality for their customers. On social media, it has been noted that for the Air Zoom Pegasus 37s, more women are featured than men. This is probably because they took advantage of the fact that 47% of the market's total value is because of women. And what's interesting is that even though Nike Pegasus has been around since 1983, it isn't commonly known amongst many people. Unless you have been loyal to Nike for many years, in which is where our job comes in next. So what is our plan? Well, we hope to reach a greater audience engagement for the Air Zoom Pegasus line. We would love for it to be commonly known to many people. In fact, everybody if we could. We want people to be talking about Pegasus. We will be doing such by emphasizing the meaning of the Pegasus to differentiate from the other running shoes brands and Nike's other shoes. We will enhance the idea of Pegasus in people's minds by creating better and creative displays and interactive promotions to gain attention. And of course, we would love to shift our target to focus a little bit more towards men as well, just to gain a higher revenue percentage from them and to gain some loyalty to the company.